You guys are looking to buy a stacked NBA 2K19 account with a high overall and maxed out badges, make sure you hit up my boy Sports TMB. The link to his Twitter will be in the description. Click it, make sure you tell him that Dat Boy sent you, and he'll hook you up with the account of your dreams. What it do, YouTube? Dat Boy back with another video, man. And today, I had some VC left over. And what do most people do when they have VC? They go waste it on virtual clothes, a virtual bike, all that dumb stuff. What I do is I go make a virtual player, as if that's any better, but I go make new builds because I like to experiment. I like to try out, I like to have different builds to play on. It makes the game really fun for me and it keeps it fresh every day. So when it comes to point guards, most people make a primary playmaker, secondary sharpshooter. It's probably the best point guard build in the game. But I know a few people out there, more so pro-am players, but I know like my boy Official Clay, he has the opposite. He has a primary sharpshooter, secondary playmaker. Now you might say, why make that? Just make a pure sharp. Well, it's interesting. This build is almost like you get gold shooting badges. So it's almost just like a pure sharp. I know the pure sharp gets Hall of Fame, which it is a big boost, but if you know how to shoot and you have gold badges, like you're gonna shoot really, really well. But the difference is the way this guy handles the ball. Not even talking about takeover. Like later on when you're high overall, I'd have to ask my boy Clay, but I know he can speed boost. I've seen videos of him speed boosting on this build, so it can speed boost. It is a speed boosting sharp, honestly. But even when you're not in takeover and you can't technically speed boost in momentum and all that, just the speed at which he dribbles the ball is so different to a pure sharp. Like this build is honestly insane how it performs. Like this is one of the first games I played on him, and you're gonna see we literally shoot all greens. I'm not cutting any gameplay so you say, oh, you're just showing the clips of your greens. This is a full gameplay, all green. Every single jump shot is green. Also, what you'll notice is the speed at which he handles the ball is insane. Like you're gonna see in here, I do just a normal hesitation, like a step back. The way you accelerate out of it is so much faster than a pure sharp. Now, most people that use this build are pro-am players. Honestly, like a lot of people in the combine use this build, and a lot of people in pro-am use this build because this build can play off ball, like a pure sharp, like a two guard, like you're the shooting guard, or you can handle the ball and run the point. So you can run the pick and roll with this build honestly better than the sharpshooting playmaker that most people use. The sharpshooting playmaker, obviously it's a better ISO player because it can speed boost all the time, gets gold ankle breaker, all that. But this build is better in the pick and roll for a few reasons. First of all, you can still handle the ball really well and move fast, but the fact you have gold limitless, and depending on how you make the build, probably between an 85 to a 93 pointer, you can shoot from deep, like almost pure sharp range. It's a big difference between the sharpshooting playmaker and the playmaking sharpshooter in terms of who can shoot deeper. This build can shoot way deeper, which forces the center to step out much farther, opening up the paint, giving you easy buckets that you can hit your center on the cut, but also just the fact you can shoot from so deep, it's a lot easier to get threes, which three-pointers rule. Let's be honest, three-pointers rule, especially in the park, but even in pro-am, if your point guard has the ability to shoot limitless threes, it really, really helps out. Now, obviously, I just made this build. I'm at 85 overall. I can't really speed boost, but you see right there that hesitation, how fast that was. That step back, take like a burst or two steps to the right, and then pull up. That's way faster than a pure sharp, and it is really, really difficult to guard. Now, you probably never played against anyone decent on this build, but like I said, the only YouTuber I know is my boy Clay, and he has this build, and he's glitchy on it, man. He's really, really glitchy. But check it out, my boy Smoke. Who remembers my boy Smoke from 2K18, bro? Selling my soul back in the day. Well, he's back from the dead, still selling me with the illegal screens, but that's my guy, so it's all good. But if you remember Smoke from 2K18, man, make sure you comment down below where you remember him from. I used to run with him all the time, but he's back on 2K, man, so I'm sure he'll be in some future videos. But listen, my plans with this build, obviously, like I said, I had VC left over from my Giannis build. I made my Giannis build, and then I had VC left over, so I was like, I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to use it on another build. So I decided to make a point guard. My other account, I had the opposite. I had the sharpshooting playmaker. Now I have the playmaking sharpshooter. And comparing the two, honestly, obviously they're different builds, but I think this one, in all honesty, for the way I play, this one is better. the ability to shoot, the ability to, you can still get all the dribble moves, like in terms of like being able to combo like the between the legs, behind the back, the hesitation, like everything you were going to want to score, you can do. Obviously you can't momentum until you're a little bit higher overall and you get takeover, but you know, you can still get a little taste of the momentums and all that. Smoke getting blocked, selling me again. But obviously you still get a taste of the speed boosting if you really, really want it. I don't really care about it, honestly. I already have, if I want a speed boost, I'll play on my point forward. But in terms of this build, my plan is, for those of you wondering, the prime team that I started on my stretch, obviously I can't continue that team because my account got banned and I was the leader, the owner of that team. We're not going to be able to play on that team because I can't invite anybody to join. So we're going to have to make a new team. But what I'm going to do is, obviously my boy Wade is going to run the point. I'm going to play the 2-guard on this build. Now, obviously there's going to be times where I run the point because this build can handle the ball in that pick and roll situation, like I said, really, really well. And honestly, a lot of comp pro teams, they run with this build. Some teams run this build at point guard. Some teams run it at the 2-guard. I think probably I'm going to run the 2, Wade to run the 1. And we fill in the pieces around us, and then we try to grind to, you know, the top 10, on top 100, top 10, whatever we want to do on the Pro-Am leaderboards and have some fun with it. I know a lot of people have been asking, you know, since your account got banned, are you still going to have the Pro-Am series? I do plan on continuing that for everyone interested because I love playing Pro-Am. It's so much fun. It's actually a challenge. It's actually competitive. It takes a lot of skill to compete with the best teams. So I can't wait for that, honestly. It's gonna be dope, and it's gonna be a whole new perspective because I'm gonna be playing on as the 2-guard. So there's gonna be times I'm handling the ball, times that I'm playing off ball. It's gonna be lit. I can't wait for that. But in summary, man, this build, I kind of just made it just to test it out and experiment with it because you don't see a lot of people with it, like I said, especially not on the park. And if they do have it, they're usually not very good. A good player on this build is very, very tough to guard. I literally went into the rec, man. My first, like, because I just made it, you know, I was doing practices and career, and I wanted to go test it against real people. I went in there with randoms, and I think I dropped 57 or 60 the first game with bronze badges. Like, it's really tough to guard, I'm telling you, because the gold shooting badges combined with the quickness that the dude handles the ball, you can't really stay in front of him. And you guys know on this game, if you get a little bit of space on a shooter, it's going in. It's going to be, especially on a good shooter, he's going to green that. You see, like I said, I mean, we got 14 points here. Everything was green. But listen, this build, I'm not going to tell you it's better than the sharpshooting playmaker because the sharpshooting playmaker just does different things. It's really preference. The way I want to play, I think this build suits my style of play better. But listen, we got 3 builds now. I got my rim protector if I want to play center. I got my Giannis point forward build if I want to speed boost and ISO. And then I got this build if I want to, you know, cook up, if I want to shoot, if I want to score, if I want to run the point. You know, this build is very versatile. So we got all 3 types of players that we want now. We got a shooter, we got an ISO player, and we got a big man. We got banned, but we're still coming back with all types of players for all types of videos to keep it entertaining for you guys, man. Let me know what you think about sharpshooting playmaker versus playmaking sharpshooter. It's an interesting debate every year. I think this year it's really a matter of preference. Both builds are godlike, man. Make sure you drop a like on the video, and you guys have a great night.